In this video, you will learn everything you have to know about the Ayyubid dynasty, the Middle Ages, a period of profound change and conflict. Among the dynasties that emerged from this tumultuous era, one stands out, the Ayyubid dynasty. The Middle Ages, often referred to as the medieval period, spanned roughly from the 5th to the late 15th century. It was a time of remarkable transformation and turbulence where empires rose and fell, cultures clashed and mingled, and the foundations of the modern world were laid. Amidst the chaos, in the heart of the Middle East, a new dynasty began to rise, a dynasty that would leave an indelible mark on history, the Ayyubid dynasty. Stretching from the fertile banks of the Nile in Egypt to the ancient cities of Syria, the Ayyubid dynasty was established by a man of humble origins but extraordinary ambition. His name was Salahuddin Ayyubi, known to the Western world as Salahuddin. Born into a Kurdish family, Salahuddin was a military genius and a skilled diplomat whose leadership would change the course of history. His rise to power was not a straightforward journey, but one marked by political maneuvering, military campaigns, and alliances. In the late 12th century, Salahuddin seized control of Egypt, overthrowing the Fatimid Caliphate and establishing the Ayyubid dynasty. His rule marked a shift from the Shia Islam of the Fatimids to the Sunni Islam of the Ayyubids, a change that resonated throughout the Islamic world. Salahuddin's ambition didn't stop at Egypt. He set his sights on Syria, a land divided by competing powers. Through a combination of military force and diplomacy, he managed to unify the region under his rule, expanding the Ayyubid dynasty's influence. But Salahuddin's most enduring legacy was perhaps his challenge to the Crusaders, the Christian armies from Europe who sought to control the Holy Land. His victories, most notably at the Battle of Hattin, marked a turning point in the Crusades and established the Ayyubids as a significant force in the region. Thus began a reign that would leave a lasting impact on the Middle East and beyond. Under the Ayyubid rule, a golden age dawned, marked by advancements in various fields. This was a time when the vision of enlightened leadership met the spirit of innovation, leading to a period of unprecedented growth and progress. Let's start with architecture, shall we? The Ayyubids were master builders. They took the architectural heritage of their predecessors and infused it with their own unique style. The result was a blend of aesthetic beauty and practical functionality. They built fortresses, mosques, madrasas, and hospitals. These structures didn't just serve a purpose, they were symbols of power, piety, and philanthropy. The citadel of Cairo, with its imposing fortifications and elegant mosques, stands as a testament to their architectural prowess. The Ayyubids also made significant contributions to literature. They were patrons of scholars and poets, and their courts were hubs of intellectual discourse. Works of history, theology, and philosophy flourished during this time. The famous scholar Ibn Khaldun was one of the many intellectual luminaries of this golden age. His work, the Muqaddimah, is considered a milestone in historiography, sociology, and economics. Let's not forget their military strategy. The Ayyubid dynasty was known for its military prowess, which was on full display during the famous Battle of Hattin. The Ayyubid Sultan, Salah ad-Din, known to the Western world as Saladin, brilliantly used the terrain and his knowledge of his enemies to his advantage. His victory at Hattin marked a turning point in the Crusades and led to the recapture of Jerusalem. Saladin's chivalrous behavior towards his defeated enemies earned him respect, even from his adversaries. So, you see, the Ayyubids were not just a dynasty, they were a force that shaped the Middle East and beyond. They were visionaries, scholars, builders, and warriors. They were the torchbearers of a civilization that was at the crossroads of the world. The Ayyubid dynasty proved to be a beacon of progress and resilience in a time of conflict and change. Scene script. However, like all great empires, the Ayyubid dynasty was not immune to decline and eventual fall. Let's delve into the factors that led to the decline of this once mighty dynasty. The Ayyubid dynasty, characterized by its military prowess and cultural richness, began to experience internal disputes that weakened its core. The unity that had been its strength began to crumble as power struggles and territorial disputes took center stage. The death of key leaders also played a significant role in the decline. Salahuddin, the founder and one of the most influential leaders of the Ayyubid dynasty, had been a unifying figure. His death left a void that his successors struggled to fill. These successors, though accomplished in their own right, were unable to maintain the same level of unity and control that Salahuddin had established. The decline was not only internal, The Ayyubid dynasty had to contend with external threats as well. The Crusaders, though initially repelled, were persistent in their efforts to reclaim the Holy Land. Their constant attacks put a strain on the resources and the morale of the Ayyubid dynasty. In addition to the Crusaders, the Mongol invasions of the 13th century posed a significant external threat. The Mongols, with their ruthless military tactics and hunger for expansion, were a formidable foe. The Ayyubid dynasty, already weakened by internal disputes and the death of key leaders, was unable to withstand the onslaught. Despite these challenges, the Ayyubid dynasty did not fall overnight. It was a slow descent, marked by periods of resilience and recovery. But the cumulative effect of internal disputes, the death of key leaders, and external threats was too much for the dynasty to bear. The sun finally set on the Ayyubid dynasty, but its legacy would endure. The dynasty's contributions to culture, science, and politics have left an indelible mark on history, serving as a testament to its once glorious reign. Even in decline and fall, there is much to learn from the story of the Ayyubid dynasty. The Ayyubid dynasty may have fallen, but its influence can still be felt today. When we delve into the annals of history, we find that the legacy left by the Ayyubids is nothing short of remarkable. Let us first consider architecture. The Ayyubids were prolific builders, and their architectural prowess was demonstrated in the many mosques, madrasas, and fortresses they left behind. Their distinct architectural style, often characterized by intricate stone masonry and stalactite decorations, has had a profound influence on the aesthetic sensibilities of the Middle East and North Africa. Today, many of these structures stand as mute witnesses to the bygone era of the Ayyubids, their silent stone speaking volumes of the artistic genius of this dynasty. Then we have literature. The Ayyubid era was a golden age of Arabic literature, with scholars, poets, and writers enjoying the generous patronage of the royal court. This period saw a flourishing of thought and expression, with the Ayyubids fostering a rich literary culture that continues to influence Arabic literature and thought to this day. Last, but by no means least, we must discuss the geopolitical impact of the Ayyubids. Under the leadership of the charismatic Salahuddin, the Ayyubid dynasty united a fragmented Middle East under a single banner, shaping the region's political landscape in a way that still reverberates today. Their strategic alliances, diplomatic maneuverings, and military campaigns established a balance of power that would set the stage for the geopolitical dynamics of the Middle East for centuries to come. And so we see that the Ayyubids, though their reign was relatively brief, left an indelible mark on the world. Their legacy, woven into the fabric of history, continues to be a source of inspiration and study. The Ayyubid dynasty, a testament to the enduring power of human spirit and resilience, continues to inspire us today. The Ayyubid dynasty, a significant chapter in the annals of history, has left an indelible mark on our world. Through strategic alliances and decisive battles, the Ayyubids managed to carve out a formidable empire that spanned across Egypt, Syria, and parts of the Middle East. As we journeyed through the golden age of the Ayyubid dynasty, it was not just the territorial expansion that captivated us, but the cultural and intellectual renaissance that left us in awe. The Ayyubids were not merely conquerors, but patrons of arts and sciences, fostering an environment where creativity and knowledge flourished. However, as with all great empires, the Ayyubid dynasty too had its share of challenges. Internal strife, succession disputes, and external threats eventually led to the decline and fall of this once mighty dynasty. Yet even in its twilight, the Ayyubids displayed remarkable resilience, leaving behind a legacy that would influence generations to come. The legacy of the Ayyubid dynasty is not confined to the pages of history books. It resonates in the architectural marvels, the thriving arts, and the scientific advancements that we see today. Its influence permeates our culture, our understanding of the world, and our collective memory. As we delve into the pages of history, we not only learn about our past, but also gain insights into our present and future. The Ayyubid dynasty, with its highs and lows, achievements and challenges, serves as a reminder of our collective human journey.